Hello and welcome everyone. This is Darius Barazande and it is 11/4/2020. A lot of people have been asking me to give an energetic update on the election and on certain events happening on the planet, what my thoughts are on them. And I think that what we are going to see as we move through this is a lot of very interesting times on the planet. And in my estimation, there is going to be a lot of up and down energy. There's going to be a lot of energy from all different sides that will be in flux. And this energy influx is something that right now in this tumultuous period, as to where we are, through this rotation of the Milky Way galaxy all the way around, and our own solar system in its own orbit to the galactic center, this is really par for the course. We were not expected to have a calm 2020. I don't think we're going to have a calm 2020. It's going to be a lot of up and down. And for some, it's going to be very jarring. A lot of people have asked me, well, who's going to win or what's going to happen and what are we going to do next? And honestly, the only person that can win in this situation is you. The only person that can be in victory is going to be you, not a political party or an ideology. It's going to be you. You are, as I've said always from U Wealth Revolution, you are a sovereign being. You are the divine being that you are and always will be. And so the victory that you're seeking, be it whether you want one person to win or another person to win in the US elections, or one energy to win or another energy to win, depending on how you perceive these energies, really is not necessarily the question, although it's one of the human questions. The bigger question is, how are you going to win? What is it that's going to come forward in you no matter what happens? What is it you're going to birth forward in this new time that's going to allow you more joy, more happiness, and more peace? And I know that when we get into the duality and these struggles, it's very easy to attach comfort or fear around certain people and characters and ideologies. And I've done that as well. And I'm just as guilty. Being a 3D being at one level, I have the same propensities as any person. But the one thing that I have done in my life that has been very powerful, if something gets to a point where I can no longer control where things go, then I have to now begin to shift my perspective. I have to begin to shift my awareness into how this will allow me to prosper, enjoy, fulfillment, my own life purpose. You see, I don't believe that, luckily, for most people in the world, that anything that happens, if you are in a reasonably free country, um, is going to stop you from living your life purpose. There may be setbacks, there may be impediments, there may be blockages, but are you going to look at the opportunities as well? And in any situation, you're going to have half of the people who will be ecstatic that somebody, won, and another half that won't be happy. So the real trick to this reality, when people ask me about the elections and all that, is how do you actually begin to vibrate with an energy and an understanding that lets you actually thrive and be joyful and expansive no matter what is going on in the world. And that is really the truth. And that is really what you are. That's probably the truest connection to you that you can ever have. If we are focused in on one person winning, and if that person wins, then we're going to be joyful, we're going to be happy, everything's going to go well. Well, a lot of times people find that the person they wanted to win, even if they win, it doesn't help them. Their life doesn't get much better, right? It doesn't change. Yet at the same time, if you have an awareness of what you are and what you really are and your deeper energy and what you want to create and what you want to do, and you live from that, it doesn't really matter in most situations who wins what. I remember a story back in 2008 when one particular person won an election, and I had a family member that was a father-in-law at the time, and he was very upset about it and really had a lot of struggles from that point forward in his business and moving forward. And I remember telling him, I said, well, at the end of the day, you can't give that result, whether it was one you wanted or you didn't want, that much energy in your life. If you have somebody win an election and you're happy about it and you're like, I'm going to give this all the energy and now I'm so happy my life's going to be better, you're still putting your power outside of you. You're still putting it outside of who you are. And there is a time, if you have a strong ideology, to root for maybe something that you believe in, to push that forward the best you can, to give your heart to ideals or virtues. But at some point, if it doesn't move in the way that you want, or it did, you also have to pull back and say, now I'm going to focus on what is non-changing, what is beyond all of this 3D energy. That's really empowerment. That's really power. So my conclusion on this is it's going to be tumultuous. Go back to your center. Focus in on the work that we do, at U Wealth and other balanced spiritual teachers, and stay in your light. Stay in your truth. Stay in that neutrality so that the waves of where we are don't jostle you side to side. Because if your energy is moving up and down and sloshing around and going to peaks and valleys because of every news cycle or whatever the news media is putting out minute to minute, it's going to be a very challenging time on your body. Be kind to yourself. Plug in. If something doesn't go the way you wanted, find the benefit in it. Write down in your heart, in your mind, on paper, what are all the benefits if this thing happens? What are the good things that could come about this, right? There always is another side because usually we see things from one perspective of duality. So focus on that. Know that you are able to create what you really want no matter what's going on. And let that be your mantra. Let that be your path into the life that you truly want to create. And I know you will be able to do that if you hold on to that energy. And if you need help, that's what we do at UWealth. That's why we have the work that we have. It was specifically created for these times in human history. Much love, and I'll see everybody on the next UWealth Revolution call, generally 3 Central, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, 8 GMT every day, Monday through Thursday live, uwealthrevolution.com/now. Take care, everyone. I love you.